Can you feel this shift? How is it affecting you? Have you dipped your toe into your new timeline yet? Have you gotten a little taste of it yet? Are you still going through the physical symptoms of shifting into this timeline? And really what the timeline, when we talk about timelines, it's really your timeline. It's where you are consciously, where your awareness level is at this time. And the more that we heal and the more that we awaken to the truth of who we are and understand that every experience that we've gone through, whether in this lifetime or past lifetimes, have been our soul's choice to experience. Right? You always hear that saying that we are a soul having a human experience. So our soul chooses the experiences from lifetime to lifetime that it wants to learn so that it can continue to evolve. Our soul needs to evolve, to go back to that place where we started, to understand where we've been, why we've been there, what we learned from that time, and what we can share and teach to others so that they can move through their timelines and get into their higher consciousness and new timeline. We're moving from 3D to 5D. And again, that really just represents consciousness, right? Your consciousness, the Earth's consciousness. The Earth is trying to release lower consciousness energy from those places and times and dimensions in which there existed lower consciousness. Limitations, lower consciousness, belief systems, so that we can get back to the place that we came from. We are all very evolved souls. And we have gone through most of the things that we are experiencing now and what we experienced in the past, in past lives. So if you think of the acceleration of time, I don't even want to use the word time because really time is non-linear. It's really energy, raising frequencies and vibrations. We're trying to clear the sins of the past. I don't know where that came from, but really, in essence, what that means is that lower consciousness thinking that we have carried in our DNA and we were programmed with for so many lifetimes and civilizations and times before. We're at a time now where we're ready to let it go, because we're at a time now of understanding where we've been, why we've been there, and why we chose those experiences. Because if we came to an understanding that, again, we are a soul having a human experience, we will begin to look at those experiences as lessons and merely experiences. All of this is experiences. We are not supposed to let those experiences define us. It's just what we wanted to learn so that we can evolve back to that higher consciousness of which we came from, that divinity, source, energy. We already are divine and almighty, magical, with a lot of wisdom and knowledge. And we come here with a lot of that wisdom and knowledge and all of the abilities and gifts. It's just when we incarnate, we forget. Therefore, we go through the experiences because we want to experience them, the good and the bad. Our soul needs to understand what it feels like to go through those experiences, because that's how we're going to evolve. We take that knowledge and wisdom and then we share it. We help others. So I know everything seems strange, and there may be days when you feel like you're here and days that you're not. You may be presented and challenged with a lot of your old stuff, limited beliefs. But for most who have been doing the work, when this stuff comes online or surfaces for us, we're going to be able to look at it with a whole brand new lens of understanding. We want to understand that those were just experiences that we needed to go through. And I know a lot of people are probably going to say, well, why would I want to go through this horrible experience? Because you wanted to see what that felt like. Again, these are just experiences. And I think if we can start to look at all that we go through as just experiences, we really can come to a whole nother level of understanding and awareness, where we will no longer allow ourselves to be held back, to struggle, to let it define us, because we will know and understand it is just an experience. It's just a role that we're playing, that we chose to play. And we can overcome it because we're so resilient. Our soul is very resilient. Think about what we've gone through, even if you don't know a lot of your lifetimes. And again, everything is happening simultaneously at the same time. Traveling forward, traveling backwards, going up, going down. It's all happening at the same time. That's how powerful we are. That we can move through time and space. Energy. We are energy. We just have physical bodies, but we're always traveling. And most of us are traveling while we sleep. We're traveling to another time, whether the past, future, or present of what may be going on at the same time. But again, it's all happening to shift consciousness into a higher level of awareness. The earth no longer wants to hold on to that lower consciousness thinking. Because again, that is not what we were meant to experience or let us define ourselves by. Yes, we were meant to experience it because we chose to experience it. But we're not supposed to let it define who we are. Everything is an experience. Everything is a lesson. Everything is pushing us into this higher consciousness, this new earth. The energy is moving very quickly. It's accelerated. That's why we're feeling very different, very challenged. But think about how far we have come, where we have been, and where we are now. If you were to take a look at the new version of yourself in this present moment in time, can you honestly say that you are the same person that you were a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, years ago? And for the ones who may know some of their past lives, those versions, we're definitely not that anymore. We're not. We've changed. We've shifted. We evolved. And with that, the earth is changing and shifting. We're keeping up with this shift and evolution. Not everyone is going to go to this higher consciousness of being, but will eventually at some point, some time, when it is meant for them. Maybe the future version of themselves, maybe a parallel version of themselves is there already. But we chose this dimension to go through the things that we chose to go through to get to that level of remembering where we've been, who we are, who we truly are. We're divine beings for sure. A lot of us are angels, earth angels, brought here to help. So where are you on your journey at this very moment in time? Can you look back and say that you are not the same person that you were 3 weeks ago, a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, 6 years ago? Can you look back at that time and honestly say that I am not that version or versions anymore? I'm different. Well, congratulations. You are evolving. We're not here to compare ourselves to others or feel that we are better than others because maybe we evolved a little bit quicker than someone else. Everyone is where they are meant to be in this present moment in time. And everywhere we've been was part of the lessons that we were meant to learn. Because we are a soul having a human experience. It's just that we forget that. And we begin to allow all of those experiences to define who we are, which then creates a place of stuck, being stuck, feeling stuck, not being able to move on. We have been so heavily programmed with belief systems from the past, programs from the past, experiences from the past, lower consciousness thinking such as lack, victim mentality, not being enough. All of these things that we have been carrying with ourselves, with who we are for eons, times where we were never recognized for our abilities, times where we had to do whatever society said we needed to do, or we would be killed removed all of the things that this soul, your soul, has gone through, should show you how resilient you truly are. So when you find yourself in the moment of feeling stuck and down, embrace it, but don't let it define you. You have been here many times before, and you have gone through worse. And even in this lifetime, if you look back at all that you have gone through, the terrible times in your life, the challenges, the heartbreaks, the disappointments, the rejections, the abandonments, you overcame them, because here you are today, a different person. We would never even be at this evolved state if we didn't go through what we went through. You would never know who you truly are if you didn't go through what you went through. The earth is revolving and transforming at a rapid pace, and it is affecting many of us here on many levels. The earth has been here forever. So imagine what Mother Gaia has gone through, what she has seen, what she has endured time and time again. But how resilient is she? She made it through. And she was still here to provide shelter. I don't know what happened. As soon as I started talking about Mother Gaia, I got emotional. I feel her pain. She's endured a lot. We have endured a lot. It's to show you we are resilient souls, just like Mother Gaia. And every destruction that she has ever gone through, she always came back stronger and harder, stronger. And so have we. Because again, when we can look back at all that we've been through and where we are now, that shows you the strength that you have within, the power. You didn't give up. You kept going. And Mother Gaia, the earth, will continue to go and move. Because even though Mother Gaia has been through destruction and pain and change over and over and over, she never ever failed to still show up beautiful, provide shelter, food, plant life, animals, and all of the beauty that's here. She kept coming back, stronger and more beautiful than ever. So again, when you're in those moments of feeling despair, remember who you are. You've been through so much and still came up strong, stronger than ever. Be proud of who you become through all of the hardships. Never, ever regret anything that you've gone through, because it's taught you and allowed your soul to evolve and grow and move forward, to teach and help, guide and assist many others. Because if you think about it, even if we think we're alone and we think that we're going through it all by ourselves, we never really are. We never really are. We have our ancestors, our guides, our healers, our angels, always around us, giving us that strength, giving us that guidance, pushing us forward, not letting us give up. So don't give up. It's just the beginning of something brand new. It's a time where you will experience something that you've never experienced before. A higher level of consciousness and understanding brings you so much closer to Source, to God, to who you are. We're just playing roles and going through experiences. Never let that define you, no matter what or how hard it has been. Because again, if you can sit there today and say, I am not the same person that I used to be, you already won the battle. And now you can move forward, creating a whole brand new existence. Mother Gaia gives us strength, courage, and shows us how resilient we are. Father God, Sky, is there to show us more than what is here, where we've been, connecting to our higher intelligence, higher dimensions of consciousness, of gifts. We have it all. We just have to allow ourselves to not get stuck in the matrix or in this life of what we think is here to create doom. It's not. That's just the way we think. And where does that all come from? Where we've been, how we've been programmed. We're lower consciousness thinking. We were never able to truly accept, receive, or be who we truly are. Because we're too busy being what everybody thinks we are to be, or what society says we are to do. We're more than that. We're more than that. So get out in nature. Thank Mother Gaia for showing you her strength and resilience. And all those beautiful trees that have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. Look how resilient they are. They've gone through all kinds of weather. And they still stand planted and rooted in the ground. It goes to show you how powerful Mother Gaia is. I find and I feel like people are all, many people, not all, but many people are trying to go back to the simple ways of life, where life was simple, life was easy. And I feel like this purge and push that we're going through right now is to bring us back to that place of connecting to earth, to the sky. I'm finding myself the push to get rid of everything. I could say that with age, I feel like I just don't want stuff anymore. But I honestly believe I'm just going back to a place of peace, of connectedness, of happiness. How much stuff do we really need anyway? A lot of times that stuff we buy just to kind of create a distraction. I also feel like, and I don't know if other people are going through this, but my need to purge and release and get rid of all of this stuff. I'm happy with the tree, a couple little things around the house, a bed, another tree, a lot of greenery. And also I feel like, because in the past few weeks, I've gotten rid of bags and bags of stuff. And as I'm going through this stuff, what I started to realize too was, wow, this was a whole nother version of myself. I can't even imagine myself wearing this or doing this or any of this stuff. It doesn't even align with me anymore. The shift has put me in such a different place of alignment. It's just more about peace and love and understanding. What stuff? A collection of dust? But really, when I was going through all of this stuff that I was going through, I did start to realize, wow, this is what I wore when I was this age, and this is who I was when I was this age, and this is where I was at this time in my life. It did bring me back to the past of the old versions of myself. And I honestly can sit here and say, wow, I'm nothing like any of those versions. And what I was able to put together too was a lot of those things represented to me times in my life, hard times in my life. And they were just things used to distract me from what was truly going on. My unawakened versions, but that's okay. We all have been there, and some are still there, and that's okay. Because again, we're here now in this moment in time, and we're right where we're supposed to be. So if you are in a place of higher consciousness, higher awareness, and knowing and understanding, then you're already, again, a whole different version of yourself. Embrace this time of change. We're moving up. We're leveling up. We're understanding. We're no longer those old versions. How we thought, what we thought, where we were, was just a role that we played in that time to fit in. We didn't know that though. But now in this present moment in time, we can actually look back and say, wow, I send love to all those versions of who I was, even the past life versions that didn't know any better. I send love to all those parts of me that I lost, those fragments of my soul that were lost because of all that I went through. I welcome them back now, healed. To bring me into who I truly am by calling them back. Times are different. Time is different. And don't even want to use time because, again, time is non-linear. Everything is energy and consciousness. We are shifting. The earth is shifting. So congratulations. Wherever you are in this present moment in time, you are becoming who you truly are. Embrace the process. Embrace the experience. Your soul is evolving because of what you are learning and how you are growing and what you are understanding. And you are becoming your authentic self. So let yourself go through what you need to go through. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't judge yourself. As we rise in consciousness, you will become aware of when these things surface for you. You'll be able to understand why. And even if you don't, when they surface, you could always ask, okay, what is it that I need to learn in this moment in time so that I can move forward? Some people will repeat cycles and some people will not. Again, it doesn't mean one is better than the other. It just means you are where you are meant to be in this very moment. And you can't evolve or move forward if you don't go through what you need to go through, right? So for whatever time it takes, be gentle with yourself. But congratulations, you're becoming who you are meant to be. Have an amazing day.